Simon, so it's
Good evening. Good
yeah,
evening.
it's
Hello.
coming into Christmas here. So um, you're way back to Wellington. So I've known you for probably over 15 years. You've been pig hunting with me, eh? Probably about that, and
Yes.
and you've been in some tight situations with me, like with the dogs and pigs and bulls and stuff.
It
And
sounds like
and and how? What's your opinion on just when we've gone to the bail? When we used to have Bob and Archie, the other old dogs, we used to catch a lot of those big pigs down the South Island. When we used to go in and it was tight areas, and I used to shoot in the barrel and stuff. And what did you actually find that my safety ethics and like everything with a firearm around dogs and so on, around people, or anything like that was? What's your honest opinion on that?
oh, no, you're highly responsible. Yeah, yeah. Never felt uncomfortable around you with firearms or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, no.
So was I
It,
safe
certainly had a sort of a the early days. When I went out with you,
when you first meet
quite
someone?
challenging. I thought it was quite daunting, and I was impressed about the way you could track dogs and stuff, and I sort of thought the whole sort of exercise is quite daunting,
Yeah.
especially in the country down south.
So,
Anyway,
but you're saying that it pushed you to the limits where you didn't know
it
what
kind
you
it
could
kind
do.
of pushed me to fairly much to the limits, yeah. But yeah,
Hard work.
push yeah to the boundaries of fair bit. Yeah,
So,
I
but
suppose.
did you
Yeah.
did you actually realise that you could actually do that though when you did it? So you actually achieved something.
Well, it's like having that perception that you think it's a bit daunting. Because most of the time we used to get up really early and I think, oh God, it's another day. But you feel quite anxiety, but get up really early and
So
sort of
once you got going and started doing things, we caught about the challenge of the dogs. I mean, remember you used to say, or you still
well,
say,
we quite often used to go out with the other younger fella mates, Nathaniel and stuff,
we
and
took quite a few different people
you
out
know,
though. Remember,
yeah, and that was good.
experience for them, But you had it
Yeah,
sort of nailed. I mean, what I'm trying to get at is at all times that we were around dogs and people, anything like that, either with firearms or dogs or anything like that around stock or whatever. What's your opinion? Everything was pretty organised and safe at all times, wasn't it? Like, I mean, what?
you get a bit shitty sometimes with entertaining, but
But that's
yeah,
quite normal. I mean, that's honest. You're being honest, yeah.
yeah, yeah, very organised. Yeah, obviously with the dogs and everything. Yeah, as I said,
What about the safety side of things with
yeah,
everything?
safety. Yeah, very safety conscious. Yep.
Yeah. So at no times there's
But
no way that you, like, just
I mean,
say,
admittedly, I remember when you had the Kawasaki and we got onto a chase bail,
yeah,
screaming on the track. It was a bit hair raising. I have to be
yeah, yeah,
honest.
yeah. But
To be honest.
that's part of the reality side of
Because
it.
you're a pushy sort of a bodgy fella. You just got your nature and your personality, and that's just who you are.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the
Pushy,
day, though, that
sort
was
of
just
a
to make motivate you. It wasn't.
masculine nature that that's just what you like to do. You have good leadership sort of bossing sort of qualities.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that. Well, I don't mean it in a bad way. I just try to motivate you because I
Yeah.
know you can do it, and I know you're pretty trained now after 15
Yeah, because
years.
I'm a bit of I know I'm a bit sort of kind of temperamental and a wee bit edgy and sort of
But
even
if I ask you a
even
couple
just
of
being
questions.
told what to do in a bossy sort of a
Oh yeah,
manner.
I know that you quite find it hard to, but you're quite good with me because you tell me things to do as well.
Yeah, like I worked with you. Great to work with this afternoon. You're fine
But you see, this one, me and you
because
just
you've got
like,
such good working qualities.
yeah. Well,
You know,
I've
when
got
you
to.
knuckle down to it and get down to
I
it.
mean, I managed to do okay, even though I've got a few physical injuries and stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but you worked very hard
we
this
were able.
afternoon
But
for a
the thing
couple of
is,
hours. There was bloody hard work,
yeah, well,
and
quite safe. The
that's
safety
what
aspects.
admire
But
about you.
was the safety aspects of everything quite good?
Yeah, even
I
with
mean, it was quite
chainsaws,
good,
stuff.
eh?
Yeah, chainsaws. You're very safety conscious.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to ask you a couple of random questions, like this.
Right.
Whenever you've been hunting with me, this is because this is to do with the code of conduct, I believe.
This is like a very serious thing.
So answer these questions. When we've been hunting, and just say in the bale or prior to the bale, whatever, have you ever had access to any of my firearms? Have I ever given you a gun to hold, like as in to use? I've never done that, eh? I've never given you bullets or nothing like that, eh?
No. I've carried
Never.
firearms sometimes and just carried them. Yeah.
But they've never been loaded. You just hold it. You hold it or something.
Of course, you haven't been irresponsible about me with a loaded gun or nothing.
No,
nothing
I'd
like
never
that.
do that.
Yeah.
I'm just asking these questions because to nail it down to the nitty gritty, there's no way I'd do that for a start, first, and there's no way I'd let you access to it anyway. But the point is, you've been hunting with me for 15 years, so out of all that, you'd have to say no, eh? You'd have to say no, and yes, I'm quite safe.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so
You've
pretty
got a
much, what about around the dogs and stuff?
Yes, but that's just a bit.
What about shooting around the dogs? How important is that?
Oh, you're very responsible. I've never seen your dogs with around guns or anything. I mean, what I'm very aware of is, when I've had the experience of doing, what do you call it, just sticking a pig.
Yeah, that's different. That's a bit different
You had to
to.
be very careful around the dogs.
That's right.
Close proximity.
That's right. That's what I tried to teach her about.
So I'm just
Learning
I'm
about the
just-
safety aspects around the dogs with sticking, using a knife around the
clearing
dog.
the dogs off.
Yeah, and making sure the pig's killed humanely. Hey,
Yes.
no cruelty. We don't do cruelty either. I don't believe in any
No
of that.
prolonged.
That's right. So we don't believe in that. So you can't really
But
say.
I have to admit that it's not something I really grew up with. Although I came from a good old farming background and got
Yeah,
good
but
old bodgies and the cousins.
that's right.
farmers
But
and
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I wasn't really brought up around firearms and hunting.
But it doesn't
Only
matter.
until quite late.
As far as I'm concerned, you've never ever been a problem with any of it.
No.
So you've always been respectful and safe.
Obviously, I had so many anxieties and maybe even some qualms about it.
But that's just normal for
But-
anyone that's never experienced it before. And also, I'll go back to the culling humanely. See, I don't even like anything unhumane. I like things to be done properly. So I don't do it for the killing. I just do it for the dogs and the feed.
I just
The food.
It's such a tough life that people live away out in the wilderness, and they're such tough animals.
But they've got 50-50. They've got 80% chance to get away more than a dog. If it's a boar, a dog's got a high range of or high risk of getting hurt.
Yeah, certainly in the early days were pretty bothered.
Some of the dogs you've seen being ripped up.
Yeah, the dogs that wounds here.
Pretty intense. Pretty like we get them sorted out. We get them sorted vet quickly, but it's pretty.
Strangely enough, I never really saw them getting ripped.
Not very often. Touch wood, they didn't, but
But
occasionally when they did, it was serious enough. Remember, we used to get the dogs out if we get the pig, and then we just get out. Like we didn't muck around. We just go. Let's get the dogs to the vet or something. We never mucked around.
yeah.
So pretty much everything is done
I'm quite
humanely.
tired now, so
Okay, well I think you've done well, mate. So it's been probably
over and out,
15
over and out
years.
until now then.
Over and out 2023, move.
2023.
What's the date today? 6th of December,
What is it?
2023. You can say it.
It's about the 6th of December, is it? Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Just heading back to the big smoke, back to the pretty mundane sort of. Well,
Yeah. Well, you've
I
been.
have such a lot of stuff, and CDs and DVDs and stuff. That I've got to sort
We
of-
won't go into that on this one,
But
but
we won't go
I
into
think
that.
that's enough. I think
We'll cover that.
2023, December the 6th. I think you've done well. Over and out, Snuff.
Over and out.
See you, Snuff.